Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today, Jen and I will be watching the infamous Spider-Man 3, the film that changed the trajectory of this franchise. We'll get into why after the movie. For now, after watching Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, how are you feeling going into Spider-Man 3?
I'm very anxious about this one, particularly because the way things ended with Harry and Peter, it really did not get resolved. And I feel like Harry, you can just see that anger bubbling up, and I just think he's gonna pop. So I'm really anxious to see how that's going to play out. And then also looking at the title card. I see a red Spider-Man, his traditional outfit. And then it looks like it's a reflection, but it's of a black Spider-Man outfit, which makes me so curious because I'm like, is there gonna be a dark side to Spider-Man?
Get on it.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
So really interesting. I didn't know that was even gonna be a part of this film, but apparently something along the lines of either a villain or a dark side of Spider-Man. So that'll be interesting to see. Also, we left off with Peter and Mary Jane and their happy ending. So I also want to see where their relationship is going to be at. Are they married? Do they have kids? What's going on? Did they break up? A lot of questions that I have. This is the last one of the Raimi?
Yes, this is the last Raimi Spider-Man.
Okay, so they have to answer some of those questions, you would think. So I'm really excited to see it. Hope it is better than Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was pretty good. So we'll have to see.
There is an editor's cut of this movie. It actually came out only a couple of years ago. I have seen it. I do think that it's a little better, but it does not change the film in any truly meaningful way. The significance of the edit is not as good as Spider-Man 2.1. There is one scene in the Spider-Man 3 editor's cut that I wish was in the main movie, but we'll talk about that later. All that to say, we're just going to do the theatrical cut of the movie. And for today's comment of the video comes from Sean Walsh. This was when we watched Spider-Man 1 and Peter was about to swing for the very first time and hit the wall. He says, "This feels like the start of a Florida Man story," says Jen. I said, "I'd totally do this," says the man from Pensacola, Florida. So yes, it is a Florida Man story. Thank you so much, Sean. Make sure you comment down below letting us know what you think of Spider-Man 3 and some of our reactions to the other Spider-Man movies. So you can be featured in comment of the day. All right, let's go and get into it. Spider-Man 3. Busted!
Hurt our feelings.
You can't beat that Danny Elfman track, I'm telling you.
You've said that for the last two.
Well, it's true.
Go for grace.
Did you ever watch that 70s show?
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Love seeing him swing.
People really like me.
Levels are perturbed by this.
Really? In college?
See.
Oh.
And with the moon,
What?
What?
they tell. So
Oh.
say
He's just smiling away.
Life's finally coming together. Can't have that.
I need to talk to you.
Tell it to my father. Raise him from the
That
dead.
eyebrow though.
I know.
I love my flowers. They're beautiful. And those are from Harry. Was he hearing that?
Oh no.
It's all about diffusion. It keeps the sound waves from grouping. And
You are such a nerd.
I concur.
A paintball mask there.
Uh-oh.
Did the gas stuff.
wow.
This guy's a little moped. Just put that back, I guess.
You can't hide here, Flint. You maybe even killed a man.
It wasn't like that.
Jeez.
Promise. I'll make you healthy again. You're not a bad person. Just had bad luck.
And there's Pete.
It's MJ. I'm gonna ask her to marry me.
I love Aunt May.
I know.
One of my favorite characters.
You said yes, right?
No, I wasn't ready. Neither was he.
Took our time. A man has to be understanding and put his wife before himself. Can you do that, Peter?
I think I can.
And then you have my blessing.
Love Aunt May.
I know. So full of wisdom.
And he was holding this ring, dazzling, in front of me. I thought it was the sun.
Aw.
We'd been married 50 years.
Just breaks my heart.
I know.
Do something she'll never forget. Give her this. Go on.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I feel like he's already more effective than his father.
Yeah. Like more efficient equipment.
Harry, I didn't kill your father. He killed himself. Shut up!
Jesus. Oh no, not the ring.
Oh, he's pissed.
That's some nice tack.
Yeah.
Hate those things.
Jeez.
Harry? Oh my God. Harry! Come on!
How's he gonna explain this one?
Drop his body off at the ER.
No response.
Flint Marco, the guy we tied to the Ben Parker homicide. He just broke out of Rikers.
And?
He's on the run.
There he is!
What?
Hit that dog.
What did this sign say?
Like a physics testing facility.
There's a change in the silicon mass.
Yeah, it's probably a bird. It'll fly away.
Yeah, let's not verify that, I guess.
I feel like they'd have more security than that.
I know.
What's it gonna do to him? So it just broke him apart?
Yep.
So he's literally just a pile of crap.
Well, a pile of sand.
Uh-huh.
Right now, he can't remember the accident or anything that happened to him recently.
That's convenient. He's not gonna remember that he's Spider-Man.
A little bit of amnesia.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
That's just gonna be temporary.
He died, right?
They're gonna be eating like chocolate cake or something, and then he's just gonna remember.
Last thing I remember, I was fine. Somewhere.
I'm gonna have to ask you guys to scoot, okay?
Okay.
She must be from Minnesota.
Get you guys to scoot.
Great.
My best friends. I'd give my life for them.
Literally just tried to kill him the night before. This looks really good.
The next villain is a Sandman.
What's actually his name? The Sandman.
I mean, okay. Aww. Okay, so he can go back to his semi-original form.
Yeah.
I thought he was just literally gonna be like a Sandman.
Look like that, dude.
Coming.
The review.
Oh,
Easy on the eyes, but not on the ears.
that's a critic. This is something you're gonna have to get used to. Spider-Man gets attacked all the time.
This isn't about you.
You just gotta believe in yourself and you pull yourself together, you get right back on the horse and...
Don't give me the horse.
I look at these words, and it's like my father wrote them.
All cars in the vicinity.
Go get him, Tiger.
I feel like I could have given her, we'll continue this conversation when I get back.
Get right back up on the horse. Yeah, jeez.
What is that thing doing in my background?
Jesus.
That's Gwen.
What? What's she doing up there?
I don't know. I just saw her last night. And I'm dating your daughter.
You okay?
Yeah. Daddy!
Hey, I'm the new guy. New guy? They got a guy. Who, Parker?
Just between you and me, guy's kind of an amateur. This stuff makes you look a little bloated, yeah, a little chunky.
Okay.
Class A douche lord.
Yep.
Circulation at the Bugle's been pretty good. Not as good as the New York Times or several other small North.
Get on with it!
So in the background, the newspaper said Doc Ock still at large. Is that supposed to be just like?
That's from like the past now. They have a couple other ones like were best-selling issues.
Not that one. Not that one.
What's that smell?
That's a little something called nice and easy.
Who are you? You hired him last week. Freelance. I did? What's that smell?
It's Brock, sir. Edward Brock Jr.
Pete, you better get in there. New guy. He's trying to sell some Spidey photos.
Wait, how'd you get that? I didn't see you there. How'd you get that high?
Climbed. Nearly fell off a flagpole. Congratulations, son. We'll use your shot. I'll pay you $50.
All right, JJ. Photography, it's not just about, no offense, flagpoles, whatever. It's about
God, I cannot stand that.
There's a staff job, Mr. Jameson. I think I deserve it. He's right, Jonah. Peter's been with us for years. Anybody care about what I want?
I do.
Shut up. Get out. Catch him in the act. Whoever brings me that photo gets a job. You'll never get that shot.
Oh, we'll see.
You know, I guess one person.
It's Stanley. Look at him. Sweet old man.
Welcome home, Harry.
Hey, Bernard.
Got your little homecoming present.
Homecoming. Like Spider-Man Homecoming?
Hey, do I have any girlfriends?
I don't know.
Do I have any girlfriends?
Not that I know of, sir.
Looks like I'm not hurting for money.
No.
Wish I could remember more about him.
I want that picture of Willem Dafoe. Just in our house somewhere.
Put it in the bathroom.
Like right in front of the toilet.
See that?
Oh, jeez. They're replacing her?
Oh, that's awkward.
Why are we stopping?
Listen, if you'd like, we could say you became ill.
Aw.
That was so poorly handled.
All right,
Jesus.
I've got to practice. I'll see you later, okay?
How about tonight?
Not tonight.
We had coffee, Eddie.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're not still mad at me, are you?
No.
Don't worry about that review. We're gonna be laughing about it tomorrow night. I promise.
Aw. And she doesn't want to say anything to take away from his
Yeah.
little moment there. Me. Every time I go swimming.
It kind of reminds me of that scene in The Mummy.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I'm so happy to see you. You look so good.
Wow. Hey, Pete said you're in a play.
Kane, you sent me flowers.
I'll come again tonight.
You can't. I wasn't very good.
They love me.
I got the color guard and everything in here.
Go ahead, lay one on me.
Really?
Yeah, they'll love it.
I can't believe he just did that.
You screwed up, Pete. Aw, MJ.
Oh, and the best friend swoops in.
Jig's up, pal. I'm the sheriff around these parts.
Okay.
Is it Tobey Maguire under that?
In the suit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously they switch it out with some stunt people, but he is in it. Oof.
Oh, this is gonna be rough.
You done screwed up, Pete.
I can't believe Sweet Pete did that.
Letting it all get to his head.
Not a good look.
Pardon. Bonsoir.
This guy again.
That's Bruce Campbell again.
Reservation. Table for two. Becker.
Parker.
That is what I said. Becker.
I have this ring.
Ah,
Oh, jeez.
Hello. Romance. I am French. When I signal you. Bon chance.
Very nice restaurant.
Oh, would you like some champagne? How'd that get in there? Oh, don't cry.
Literally me when I proposed to.
Hi.
Man.
You have no idea how I feel right now.
I know exactly how you feel. It happens to me all the time. I see Spider-Man posters. I don't know, I guess I've become something of an icon. Like yesterday.
Hi.
She is gonna dump him?
Hi, I'm just having dinner here. It's so nice to finally meet you. Pete talks about you all the time. I'd be completely lost without him. Which actually reminds me, if you've got a picture of my kiss with Spider-Man, could you bring it to class?
This cannot get any worse.
Now she realizes that they know each other outside of just the...
Because that wasn't bad enough.
I know.
Oh, God.
She's just a girl in my class.
Let me ask you something. When you kissed her, who was kissing her? Spider-Man or Peter? Why would you do that?
Say I'm sorry at all.
Please don't follow me.
Oh, no.
They're playing the song on the Broadway play that she sang.
I mean, she wasn't wrong.
Pete should not have done that.
Okay. Call me. Bye. Hello.
Mr. Parker? Originally, we thought that this man, Dennis Carradine, was your husband's killer. Turns out Mr. Carradine was only an accomplice. The actual killer is still at large. This is the man who killed your husband. His name is Flint Marco. He's a small-time crook. We have a couple of witnesses who'll corroborate the story.
No, wait, son. You don't want to do this.
Oh. Oh, that's juicy.
We're doing our job. We will catch him.
No, you're not doing your job. You had suspicions for 2 years? Witnesses?
I forgot he let him die.
And he's still out there.
Me dealing with AT&T.
I feel like your reaction would be more along Sandman's. Dealing with
Shooting.
AT&T.
No, I don't want you to do something stupid.
Like, try to find my uncle's killer? I made a move and he fell. I told you that.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I want to be here for you.
Okay. I don't need your help.
1011 of a residence, 738 Morning Drive.
Very Evil Dead, classic Raimi shot here.
Ooh.
Where am I?
Ooh, I like the black though.
What is this? This feels good. This is something else.
It seems to like you. Don't let any of that get on you. It has the characteristics of a symbiote. Sometimes these things in nature, when they bind, they can be hard to unbind.
Marco.
What do you want from me?
Remember Ben Parker?
Oh, Lord. So when he gets wet, he goes back to sand form.
Yeah, I guess like he turns into mud man.
It's so messy.
Good riddance.
Me in
Is
8th
he wearing
grade.
eyeliner?
Maybe a little bit. I'll try out for Green Day in a minute.
It's definitely looking a little rough.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
He is a good boy. He must be in some kind of trouble.
I love how he's the first person to like really get it.
Yeah.
Flint Marco, he was killed last night. Spider-Man killed him.
Spider-Man? Spider-Man doesn't kill people.
But Aunt May, he killed Uncle Ben.
He wouldn't want us living 1 second with revenge in our hearts.
Always right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Harry.
Are you doing anything? Can I stop by?
No, I'm not doing anything. Please, come over. You get some food?
A guest?
Brenner's probably had it pretty easy since Norman died.
Listen, I'm really sorry for what happened earlier.
You can buy me pizza sometime. Today's good.
You could also fix the door, though, too.
I know.
If it's a woman you're calling, then you say, you're a good woman, I'm good man.
What a strong start.
Bye.
You're a good woman. I am good man.
This is just gonna get worse. I mean, that was probably worse because that's his best friend.
Mm-hmm. And they're still together, too.
You've taken your eye off the ball.
What have you done?
I knew it.
I was right about her. About Peter. Make him suffer.
That eyebrow, though.
Wish he would.
I want to see you.
You want Peter to live. You're gonna do something for me.
But Harry, we just had omelets.
It's Mary Jane. She called back.
Really?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Can you meet me?
You bet. Love you.
I mean, I know she's being held captive, but...
Peonies.
Peonies.
It's not working. I don't want to see you anymore.
What are you talking about?
You aren't there for me. I can't do this.
Please don't say that. I know I've been selfish, but we have problems. When people have problems, they work it out. They talk to each other. Look, you see?
I've fallen in love with someone else.
One better than Spider-Man?
Well, Spider-Man is that.
Yeah, he did. By the way, Harry's got his memory back and he's holding me hostage.
Bravo.
Not what I would have expected him to force her to do.
Gotta attack that heart.
No. Singing waitress. What are you talking about?
She was fired from the show.
She was fired and she told you?
I'm the other guy. She needed
You didn't
someone
hesitate.
for her. I've always loved her, Pete. You know that.
Oh, jeez.
How's the pie?
So.
You know, I just like jumped under the table. That's why that guy's like, what are you doing, man?
Aw, Peter.
Gonna crush his spirits a little bit.
Strawberries. That all you got? Stings, doesn't it? Ooh.
The change that Harry underwent, I mean, did it alter his strength?
Yeah, he did that gas chamber at the very beginning.
So he is stronger.
Yeah.
Like you killed my father.
I'm done trying to convince you. You were an embarrassment to him.
Peace, Pete.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
Who's she supposed to look up to now?
This is the guy that gave the key to the city to?
You're trash, Brock. Excuse me? Your picture's a fake.
When are you gonna give a guy a break?
Peter is no longer square.
If you do this, I will lose everything.
Show this to your editor. Tell him to check his source next time.
Get out of my building.
I was just...
You're fired! Haven't printed a retraction in 20 years!
Dr. Connors, how are you? That's good.
You know what, Parker?
Give me some milk.
Get me some milk? Living his best life.
You didn't keep any, did you?
I'd love to shoot you sometime.
Peter.
Parker! That's not the position I hired you for!
You gotta have these, Jonah.
If you want the shots, I'll take the staff job. Double money.
He is not.
Hi, Peter.
Cost him his job and took his woman.
And he's going to the club.
Peter's being a little scummy.
Oh.
Find us some shade.
I'm gonna start going in there, doing that every time we go to Panera Bread.
Some shade.
Thank you.
Hot legs.
Isn't that your old girlfriend?
I'll be okay.
Mary Jane, show us what you got.
Double time.
Feeling a little bit of the Mask moments.
Now take all this.
Wow.
That was all for her?
Run.
I'm so sorry.
Had a girl. Proud of her.
I feel sadness.
Fine.
Okay.
Me trying to be helpful to people too.
Can I help you, sir? Take him out of here. Let's go, sir.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Amazing what a little hair and makeup will do.
I want you to kill Peter Parker.
Oh no.
You don't seem to have changed the room around very much. Did you ever propose?
I'm not ready.
You seem so sure.
I hurt her, Aunt May. I don't know what to do.
You forgive yourself. In time.
End of the line, Spider-Man.
I want him dead too, Flint.
Yeah, I know all about you. I want to kill the spider. You want to kill the spider. Interested?
Yeah.
Where to?
A young woman held hostage in a taxi suspended in what appears to be a giant web.
Early reports had believed him to be the black-suited Spider-Man, identified as something entirely different. Recently seen in a brief stint on Broadway.
Are we gonna do her like that?
I don't like the black suit.
Me too, if they'd make him such a...
You slow?
It physically makes him stronger too.
Confrontation.
See a classic font.
I need your help.
You don't deserve my help.
He's kind of right on that.
Well,
He
Harry
disfigured him.
Well, Harry did some things too.
Yeah, but...
Not physical disfigurement, but still things.
If I may, sir,
Barnard?
I've seen things in this house.
Real talk.
The night your father died, the blade that pierced his body came from his glider.
Couldn't have told him earlier?
Yeah, 3 movies ago.
Seems to have come out of nowhere to answer the prayers of the city.
Yep. Ugh, jeez.
My God, Eddie. Ooh, my spider sense is tingling. You know what I'm talking about. Do you remember what you did to me? You made me lose my girl. How's that sound, Tiger?
What is his official name?
This is Venom. I'll explain later. Oh.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much going on.
What a dodge that was.
At this point, Mary Jane has to have some like severe PTSD.
I know.
It's hard to believe what's happening.
Oh my goodness. Oh goody! Oh yeah, you betcha. I'm so glad he's on the good side now.
You came.
Bernard told me everything.
That he has like 2 large holes in his mask.
Give me your hand!
Need a photographer. Hey, kid, how much for the camera?
$100.
$100? All right, you old crook. Here.
You?
Go, buddy! Got her!
You okay?
The eyepiece is too high on the mask. It drives me crazy.
The suit, you gotta take it off.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
That eyebrow, though.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
Oh, jeez. He's not dead. I mean, he's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Peter! What are you doing?
Oh, I don't really care for him. Oh my God.
I told your uncle all I wanted was the car. He said to me, why don't you just put down the gun and go home? Saw my partner running over with the cash, and the gun was in my hand.
Oh.
Did a terrible thing to you. Spent a lot of nights wishing I could take it back. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I just want you to understand.
I've done terrible things too. I forgive you. How you doing?
Been better.
We'll get you through this. No. I should never have hurt you.
None of that matters, Peter.
You're my friend. Best friend.
Boston ruining the ending.
He's sweet. Hi, Boston. Come here, sweetie.
Ow.
Lay down.
Bernard.
Whatever comes our way, raging
Flash.
inside us, we always have a choice.
Who?
Flash Thompson, the first one.
He chose to be the best of himself.
Aww.
It's the choices that make us who we are.
I'll never fall again.
All right, just finished Spider-Man 3. A lot happened here. Before I get into anything else, how did you feel about the movie?
I thought there were some good parts. I don't like it as much as I like Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna start with what I did not like. The Sandman character, I really just did not care for. I understand that he had like the whole storyline with his daughter and whatnot, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't connect with him at all. And I just wasn't invested. Boston, please. I wasn't invested in his character very much. I tried to be. I just felt like he was kind of there, that they were trying too hard to make it more entertaining by adding more villains in there. I think there was just too many villains at once. So I did not like that. I think that they should have maybe reduced the amount of villains that they had and just kept to the main storyline. And Harry and Venom, I like. I like Topher Grace, but I don't know if he was the right choice for Venom. I think he was a good choice for the photographer, the greasy photographer. He played that role perfectly. But as far as Venom, the character, I don't know. I think there was something missing with him. I will say, the Venom character, I am very intrigued by. I don't know why, but I want to see more of Venom. When we went to see Shang-Chi, we saw a preview for Venom 2, I think it was.
Yes.
And I was just immediately like, I want to see it. It looked really, really good. And just that character, I don't know what it is, but I liked the character of Venom. Just didn't think that the actor that was playing him was the best choice. Harry, I loved seeing him come to the good side towards the end of the movie. That was very rewarding. I did not think that they were going to kill him off, which was a huge surprise for me. It's bittersweet. I mean, they kind of patched up whatever issues they had, but Harry died. So that kind of stinks, but I understand why they did it. And I am always a fan of endings where they're not, wrapped up in a nice little bow and everybody's happy. So I do appreciate them doing that. I loved the idea of Peter Parker having this demon side of him that kind of takes over for a little bit. I was a little confused as far as was that part Venom?
Yeah, the black gooey
So
stuff.
it was a temporary thing.
The black stuff that came in that meteorite is called symbiote. It attaches and bonds to a host, and it naturally makes them more aggressive and more violent. And so it enhanced those traits in Peter, but because it's a symbiote, whenever Peter got rid of it, it attained some of his spider powers and gave them to the next host, which is why Venom was able to shoot webs and stick to walls and stuff.
Peter did not look like the way it looked on Topher Grace's character. So I'm assuming that's because Peter Parker got rid of it and didn't.
Yeah, I never got to that point.
Okay, got that. But I thought it was brilliant to kind of delve into, what if Peter Parker did not remain a square? What if he crossed to the dark side a little bit? I mean, how many times have y'all heard me, various movies that we've watched, say, what would it be like if somebody very good crossed over and did the wrong thing? And that's exactly what they did here. So number one, I think that was definitely a positive for this movie, and that's really the character of Venom and kind of delving into the dark side for some of these characters is the main reason that I enjoyed this movie. I think if they did not have that and it was just Spider-Man and Sandman, I would have absolutely given it such a negative review. The saving grace, I think, was the character of Venom. I thought that overall it was good as far as that aspect, but everything else just kind of fell flat a little bit. It was kind of strange how they had Harry. He knew about his dad, obviously, from the previous movie, and then he got injured and had some temporary amnesia, which I knew right off the bat, he was going to regain some of those memories. And I understand why they did that, but I don't know. It kind of fell flat for me. The Mary Jane situation, the relationship, just true fashion, goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I didn't like that either. I mean, they're pretty much where they started at the end of this film. So I would have liked to see some progression with their relationship. Overall, didn't like it as much as Spider-Man 2, but I did like the Venom character a lot. So I think I'm gonna have to go with a 6.5. 5 of those points are for Venom alone, so.
Most of what you said was actually pretty right on with what most people have issues with. The big one being the amount of villains and just trying to cram too much in at one time. That's the general issue most people have with it. At the time, Sam Raimi didn't want to incorporate Venom at all, even though I remember this period of time back in 2006, 2007, people were really wanting to see Venom be in a Spider-Man movie. Venom is a huge Spider-Man villain. But Sam Raimi wanted to do, I think he actually wanted to do Lizard, or was gonna do the Lizard for Spider-Man 4. But it was Sandman and working on that relationship with Harry. I think he was gonna do 2 villains, which would have been a first, but Avi Arad, who's one of the producers, was like, we have to get Venom in there. That's what the people wanna see, Venom. Sam Raimi didn't really wanna do it, but he didn't really have a choice. So, incorporated Venom.
Why did they feel the need to have Sandman?
He's a classic Spider-Man villain. And honestly, I think that if they had given him enough character development, I think he would have been fine. Another complaint about this movie is that Venom didn't really get his due justice either. He was in the latter half and he died. Venom is a main, is a main villain, and that felt kind of like that drops too. So nobody really got enough character development for us to, like you said with Sandman, you get his motivation, but who cares really at the end of the day, not enough. The whole thing about Flint Marko being the one that killed Uncle Ben, I hated that. I always hated that. I thought that that absolutely minimized Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. And I thought was just a cheap way of kind of making Peter have some sort of emotional connection to want to get back at that guy. Another thing, the amount of coincidences in this movie were huge. The fact that this symbiote thing flies in on a meteor right where Spider-Man happens to be. The fact that Flint Marko is walking in New York City and he just happens to come across this truck that's just carrying sand. A lot of things like that.
I definitely agree with the Flint Marko being like, well, listen, I didn't mean to shoot him. My gun accidentally went off. I mean, that's what they were implying. I think that it would have had a lot more weight to it if he came out and was like, look, I did shoot him. I'm not proud of it. It was a mistake. I wish I had not done it, but I did. And Peter Parker forgave him. I think that would have carried a little more weight than, yeah, I did, but it was on accident. To me, that's like a happy ending in a way.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't really mean to shoot him, but thanks for forgiving me.
Right.
I never thought about that. That's a good point.
I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. Sandman, I don't know. I think even if they would have given him more character development, I just wouldn't have liked the villain. The character of Flint Marko, maybe. But as far as Sandman, he just didn't have any appeal. I mean, he's made of sand. Like, there's no intrigue there for me. With Venom, when I first saw like true Venom with the teeth and everything, I was just like, so for me as a villain, that's what I'm looking for, is something that like catches my eye right away. I didn't get that at all with Sandman. I was just kind of like, okay. Harry and Peter, I was hoping for them to have like an actual conversation. I know they touched on points. I felt like they were getting there, but I don't feel like they had like a full-blown conversation where he was like, look, this is what happened with your dad. And I understand that the butler kind of filled in but I would have liked to see that between Peter and Harry themselves.
That's another thing. Bernard could have prevented all of this.
I know.
Too, so that was, you even made a comment about it. Like, it would have been great if you told us that a while ago.
Like, my thing was like, if they would have thrown in why he didn't, that would have made me feel a little bit better. Like, I was scared to tell you, or I couldn't for this reason, but they just didn't. It was like, I'm telling you now because I can.
This is a case of studio interference, really. Sam Raimi didn't get to make the movie he wanted to really make. And because of that, because of the reception, this was the highest grossing Spider-Man movie in theaters. But because of the reception of it trying to cram too much, everything we've said, which people have been saying for forever, they decided to go ahead and reboot. So this is the end, which really, really sucks. I will say, when we watched the No Way Home trailer, there was a brief moment of sand and this lightning that people think is going to be Sandman also returning, but it was very brief and you couldn't really make it out. So the character of Venom in the comics, Eddie Brock has typically been this really big, brawny dude, always was a competitor of Peter. So the fact that they cast Topher Grace, who's kind of a more lanky dude, that was kind of something you said that you didn't think he was the best choice. Most of the internet kind of agrees. Well, I love Topher Grace, but maybe not for this role. So they went ahead and made the Venom movie a few years back, right? With Tom Hardy playing Eddie Brock. But remember, we're in that whole Sony-owned Spider-Man, Marvel Studios, they're separate, right? So in the Venom movie, Spider-Man's not involved, which has always been difficult for me to understand how he would have his powers without Spider-Man in the first place, that type of thing. So, but the movie's good, we'll watch it, and obviously I'm really excited to watch the sequel because I love Carnage, serial killer with Venom's powers, like bad.
I am super excited to watch Venom. My son has mentioned Venom once or twice. It's so weird that I find out about all these villains.
I got him a Venom mask too.
But besides that, I had never heard of Venom. Obviously, without me seeing the Spider-Man movies, I've heard of Spider-Man. I know of him. Same with Iron Man. Venom, I have never heard of him. So I'm like, is he just not big in the community.
Yeah, he is.
My intrigue is very, very high with him. So I appreciated this movie for having that. That was kind of the peak interest for me. Other than that, compared to the other two, it just doesn't quite meet the mark.
I feel like with this movie, we don't really get closure for our characters. It ends on kind of this bummer note. And I'm not saying that every movie needs to end with like triumphantly, but like Peter and Mary Jane's relationship is like kind of in crumbles, you know, and they're kind of, like you said, starting where they were. And contrast that to like the end of Spider-Man 2, where she's like giving up getting married, showing up, and their true love, and I would have loved to see more of that. In the comics, and it's sort of like this in the Venom movie, but in the comics, J. Jonah Jameson's son, remember he's an astronaut? Do you remember that? He actually goes to the moon or Mars or something, and that's where the symbiote gets on like their spacecraft and then flies back, and then it gets out that way. Very similar to the movie Life that we watched. That's why people are like, ooh, Life could be a prequel to the Venom movie. And it would make more sense instead of it just happenstance landing right near Spider-Man. Because this is wrapped now, I'm so looking forward to No Way Home even more. The fact that we could see Tobey after this, see what happened. We might be seeing Kirsten Dunst. There's rumors that she's been on set or near set, and I would love to see that. I would love to have seen a Spider-Man 4. They talked about it briefly. Tobey Maguire had an interview where he was talking about some of their plans for it. There was recently a leaked animation of the battle between Spider-Man and the Vulture that was supposed to be in the movie that they were working on early, and it looked awesome. I would love to go to the alternate universe of our timeline and watch Spider-Man 4 that would have been made, but we'll never get that. So No Way Home may be the closest thing we'll get, and I'm very much looking forward to it. We will be doing The Amazing Spider-Man in the very near future with Jen and Matt, because Matt's never seen it either, so they're gonna watch it together at the same time. Looking forward to that. People crap on this movie a lot. There is a lot of good, and I feel like I didn't really touch on a whole lot of the good stuff, so I will leave a link to a video essay I did on Spider-Man 3 where I talk about all the things that I really, really enjoyed about it, because there is a lot. This movie gets crapped on a lot for the whole get on up thing and the dancing stuff. I know, I've heard it all before. So make sure you go check that out where I defend Spider-Man 3 a little bit. But that's it. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Comment down below, again, letting us know what you think of Spider-Man 3, our opinions. And if you think it's as bad as some people claim it is, I personally don't. Subscribe if you want to see more fun content like this. Consider joining my Patreon to get early access to select videos just like this one. As always, we appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.